My respect to Somdait Mahabawatapday Hunmanait, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, Excellencies, Deputy Prime Ministers, Senior Ministers, Ministers, Excellencies, Heads of Civil Service of ASEAN members and ASEAN Plus 3 countries, His Excellency Dr. Kagum Hun, Secretary General of ASEAN, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Ministry of Civil Service of the Kingdom of Cambodia, and in our capacity as the rotating chair of the ASEAN Cooperation on Civil Service Matters for the 2024-2026 mandate, I wish to express our deepest gratitude and highest respect to Somdait Mahabawatapday Hunmanait, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, for honoring with your presence and presiding over this important opening ceremony. I would also like to extend my warmest welcome to Excellencies, Heads of Civil Service of ASEAN member states and ASEAN Plus 3 countries, His Excellencies, Secretary General of ASEAN, as well as all delegates and distinguished guests who have traveled to Siem Reap, the cultural and heritage heart of the Kingdom of Cambodia. We have the privilege to welcome participants from 14 countries of the ASEAN member states and the Plus 3 countries, as well as the ASEAN Secretariat. Together, throughout the previous 2 days, we have reflected on our collective achievements, explored the future of public service, engaged in meaningful discussion, exchanged valuable experience and best practices, and reaffirmed our shared commitment to innovation, excellence, and better public service delivery. Somdait Mahabawatapday, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Since its establishment in 1981 as the ASEAN Conference on Civil Service Matters, now known as ASEAN Cooperation on Civil Service Matters, ACCSM has served as a vital regional platform for exchange of knowledge, including best practices and innovation in civil service management and development. For more than 4 decades, it has embodied our shared commitment to advancing effective, responsive, and people-centered civil service through cooperation, mutual assistance, and capacity building. Together, we have strengthened regional solidarity, supported efforts to narrow development gaps among member states, and contributed to building a more resilient, innovative, dynamic, and people-centered ASEAN. It has been a privilege for Cambodia to assume the chairmanship of the ASEAN Cooperation on Civil Service Matters for the second time, to host the 23rd ACCSM and the 8th ACCSM Plus 3 meetings. Cambodia first served as ACCSM chair during the 2005-2006 term, shortly after becoming a full member in 2001, under the leadership of Somdait Akek Mahasanapadai Dichu Hun Sen, the then Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia. 20 years later, we are proud to once again undertake this responsibility. Today, we are especially honored that the opening ceremony is graciously presided over by Somdait Thabday Prime Minister, whose presence reflects the royal government's steadfast commitment to public administration reform, regional cooperation, and the continued advancement of ASEAN civil service. For many years, the ACCSM and ACCSM Plus 3 have served as a cornerstone of regional cooperation in advancing public administration and civil service development. Guided by our shared vision of building high-performing, dynamic, and citizen-centered civil service, we have strengthened human resource development, leadership, institutional capacity, good governance, innovation, and digital transformation across ASEAN. These priorities are equally central to Cambodia's public administration reform agenda. As we advance our national reforms, we continue to learn from the experience of our ASEAN partners while contributing our own reinforcing both national progress and regional cooperation. As we deepen our cooperation, we must remember that ASEAN is ultimately about its people. Guided by the ASEAN Community Vision 2045 and the ACCSM Strategic Plan, the ACCSM contributes to building a resilient, innovative, inclusive, and people-centered ASEAN by promoting capable, agile, and citizen-centered civil service that deliver quality public service for all. Equally valuable are the friendship, the mutual trust, and the shared understanding fostered through our engagement, which strengthen not only our professional collaboration, but also the solidarity and partnership at the heart of the ASEAN community. Today, civil service across ASEAN and around the world are navigating profound changes driven by digital transformation, artificial intelligence, demographic shifts, rising citizen expectation, workforce transformation, increasing institutional complexity, and the growing need for innovation and productivity. This challenge calls for stronger digital capabilities, future-ready and resilient workforce, closer regional collaboration, and sustained public trust. They also reaffirm the importance and adaptability, innovation, cooperation, as we work together with shared commitment and dedication to advancing ASEAN cooperation on civil service matters. At this point, I would like to highly commend the ASEAN member states and the +3 countries for the past implementation of the ACCSM and ACCSM +3 work plan for 2021-2025, in which the Ministry of Civil Service of Cambodia has organized 3 regional workshops and study visits to the Republic of Korea and to the People's Republic of China to attain best practices and innovations in the transformation of public service delivery. It is also worth recalling that through the ACCSM and ACCSM +3 work plan for 2016-2020, Cambodia has initiated the development of ASEAN Guideline for Public Service Delivery, highlighting the principle, best practice, and recommendations for improving public service delivery. It is in this spirit that Cambodia has chosen innovation for better service delivery as the theme of our chairmanship. The theme reflects our shared conviction that innovation is essential to building more effective, responsive, and people-centered public service. As technology advances rapidly, amid growing geopolitical and socio-economic uncertainty, innovation has become an imperative for governments to respond more efficiently and effectively to evolving needs of our citizens. To respond to these trends and transform our shared aspiration into concrete action, today's meeting will examine and deliberate upon the adoption of 3 key deliverables, namely, first, the adoption of the ACCSM and ACCSM +3 work plan 2026-2030, a 5-year strategic framework for modernizing the civil service sector in the region, which builds upon the 2021-2025 work plan that concluded its mandate with fruitful implementation and achievements. As a key point, this plan has shifted strategically toward promoting accountability by moving from merely tracking activities to measuring concrete achievements based on end results at the citizen level through the strengthening of monitoring, review, and evaluation mechanisms. This ACCSM work plan is organized around 4 priority areas. 1, public sector capability, leadership, digitalization, and values. 2nd, integrity, ethics, and anti-corruption. 3rd, productivity and innovation. And fourth, strengthening ASEAN identity. Likewise, the ACCSM +3 work plan complement this priority through 5 thematic areas. First, digital transformation and governance. Second, citizen-centered and inclusive public service. Third, human resource management and development. Fourth, the future of work and innovation. And fifth, leadership, innovation, and public sector values. Second key deliverables. The ASEAN Statement on Promoting Innovation for Better Public Service Delivery, a Cambodian initiative that transformed the theme of this mandate into a shared commitment. This statement aims to strengthening regular knowledge sharing, promoting digital transformation, while ensuring inclusiveness, ethics, accountability, and data privacy protection, as well as enhancing the capacity of officials through upskilling and reskilling programs, lifelong learning, and strengthening of people-centered public service delivery. Third, deliverables. The term of reference of ACCSM and the rules of procedure of the ACCSM +3 senior official meetings, a strategic step to strengthen institutional capacity in line with the ASEAN Community Vision 2045 and the ASCC strategic plan. In particular, this new term of reference opens a new opportunity for ACCSM to establish an ACCSM +1 mechanism at the senior official level and/or the heads of civil service level based on consultation on consensus in order to make cooperation with ASEAN dialogue partners more institutionalized and sustainable, rendering our mechanism stronger and future-ready. សម្ដេចមហាបវរធិបតី Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, extending beyond ASEAN, our cooperation through the ACCSM +3 framework has strengthened deeper partnerships with the People's Republic of China, Japan, and the Republic of Korea. This mutual exchange of experience enriches the pursuit of innovation and people-centered public services. I would also like to respectfully report that over the past 2 days, the 23rd ACCSM Senior Official Meeting and the 8th ACCSM +3 Senior Official Meetings held on the 3rd of August 2026 were concluded successfully, reaching agreement at the senior official level on the key deliverables of the meetings. This consensus, achieved through open discussion and consultation, has provided a solid foundation for the head of civil service meeting that will take place today. Furthermore, a good governance forum was convened under the theme of Innovation for Better Public Service Delivery on August 1st, 2026, bringing together delegates to discuss and exchange views on topics such as innovation practices in public service delivery, digital enablement in public service delivery, and emerging trends and innovation solution for public service delivery. This forum has served as an open and candid dialogue platform between ASEAN member states and the +3 countries so as to promote deeper cooperation in civil service matters. At the same time, the Kingdom of Cambodia is delighted to serve as the next rotating convener of the ASEAN Network of Public Service Training Institute for the succeeding Brunei Darussalam for the 2027 and 2028 mandate, with the Royal School of Administration serving as the key institution leading this network. Under the ACCSM framework, the PSTI network serves as a core mechanism for the dissemination of best practices for capacity building among civil service training institutes institutions across the region. Taking on this rotating governor is an important opportunity for Cambodia to continue advancing the direction of capacity building and knowledge sharing among training institutions of ASEAN member states, particularly in the direction of enhancing public administration capacity across the region. សម្ដេចមហាបវរធិបតី Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the achievements we will reach on this occasion are not the end of our mission, but rather the beginning of practical implementations. In this sense, I firmly believe that today's meeting will become yet another driving force in advancing our shared vision under the theme Innovation for Better Service Delivery with the purpose of serving the best interests of our nations and the peoples. On behalf of the organizing committee, to all our foreign delegates, I hope that your time in Cambodia has allowed you to experience our rich history, vibrant culture, and warm hospitality, and that you will return home with fond memories of your stay. In conclusion, I would like to once again express my profound gratitude to Samdech Mahabawar Thepday, Prime Minister, as well as Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and all distinguished guests who have joined the opening ceremony on this auspicious occasion.